How's it going, everyone? College Lefty, and in this video I'm going to be explaining exactly what to do right now in preparation for the All-Star game today and the All-Star game pack tonight. And this is a stub tip opportunity. I'm going to go ahead and break down this entire program just because we now have a little bit more information. This updated schedule is extremely important as it mentions a David Ortiz program and a new All-Star program, which I believe will consist of Miguel Cabrera because Albert Pujols has already earned a home run derby card. So I think that this will make a significant impact on what I'm about to say for the rest of the video. If they give us a home run derby pack and an All-Star game pack that will be released tonight, if that is included in this program, this All-Star program, that's coming out tomorrow, then that will affect the cost of these current cards as well as this exact method. If they do not give us a pack or two in this program, then that will actually help this method out significantly. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Let's break it down. If you take a look at these home run derby players on the market in comparison to these all-star cards, right? The home run derby cards are significantly cheaper, especially at the 97 overall range to the base round, right? And there will be a situation where the packs are no longer in the pack store. And there are a couple of variables there. The home run derby cards are going to be expensive once those packs no longer exist in the pack store. But the All-Star game cards could actually be more expensive because they would have one less day in the pack store, right? If both packs are eliminated from the store at the same exact time, the All-Star game players would have less availability of time. Now, you need these players in order to get Jackie Robinson. So the paradigm for this type of program will actually flip-flop. Right? The All-Star game cards that we see here already that you're able to get, right? Joe Mantiply, Wilson Contreras, Corbin Burns, different guys like that, right? Those cards are actually going to go down in price, and the home run derby cards and All-Star game cards will actually go up in price. The paradigm there will switch. Now, I'm not a stub advisor. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a regular teacher. I am a math teacher, though, so I do understand some of these concepts. And with these factors, you want to limit the amount of risk that you're putting into this type of program, right? So I'm going to purchase about 40 of these home run derby cards at the 95 overall tier, the base round players, for in between, 10,700 stubs and 11,000, maybe 100 stubs. And that's because for each of those cards, right, I am basically risking between 700 and 1,100 stubs there because these cards quick sell, or at least the 95 overalls, quick sell for 10K stubs. Now, when they're no longer available in the pack store, people will have started to lock them in for Jackie Robinson. People will be obtaining these All-Star game cards in the program as time goes on, right? And then there will be a situation where people will be able to get the 18 All-Star game players or however many left you have, but you won't be able to get the players that stand out from the All-Star game, the All-Star game choice pack players that we're about to get tonight. You won't be able to get those or the home run derby cards for at least some amount of time, right? You have to be able to time this perfectly if you want to maximize the amount of stubs this type of situation will create, because this 99 overall Jackie Robinson is actually the first collection reward that we've gotten for a specific program like this, a featured program in the game. Once this is no longer available, these cards are going to go way up in price, right? After the program's over, I would imagine that they would go way up. They might eventually release them back into the game. I would expect that as well. It's all about timing, right? This is the best Jackie Robinson card we've ever seen. Last night when these players were released, I was lucky enough to pull Juan Soto, and his price kind of fluctuated right away, right? He went up from about 180 sell now to about 220 sell now. So you could have made, some stubs if you got these cards right away. I also pulled the mid-round tier, and these are, this is an opportunity to buy and sell these players very quickly, make some profit after taxes. But at the same time, you're kind of risking, you're playing with fire a little bit because those cards are going to go down as you're trying to buy and sell them. So you might actually end up losing stubs after tax. That's why you really want to time this out well, right? And if we take a look at the previous home run derby cards, right? Look at the attributes. They're very similar to what we got in this year's game. The defensive attributes are much lower, obviously, right? And we can expect the All-Star Game choice pack players to be well-rounded. Not only that, but I think the fact that they might be available for 1 day less than the Home Run Derby cards will also affect their price, right? And like I mentioned at the beginning, if we get a free Home Run Derby pack or an All-Star Game choice pack right away, then this method will be affected by that. But if you are minimizing your amount of risk, then you might lose out, on maybe 40K stubs if you purchase 40 of these Home Run Derby cards. But you also have an opportunity to double or triple, potentially even quadruple your stubs because there is a collection a part of this. Now, I know that this can be a little bit confusing. If they do drop an All-Star Game pack or a Home Run Derby pack, that is even a better opportunity to buy the cards at the quick sell price, right? If we take a look at these All-Star Game players, I mean, even Vladimir Guerrero Jr. had 75 fielding at his base, and then I paralleled him up to 79. He would have had gold defense at parallel 5, and I didn't quite get him there. But we can expect some standout players, right? At least 6. We're going to get at least 6 players, but I think when it's all said and done, you won't need to collect all of the All-Star Game and Home Run Derby cards. Now, that is not confirmed. That is a guess. Based off of last year's game, we had 50 All-Star Game and Home Run Derby cards a part of the collection, and you needed 46 of them. This year, you might need 44 out of 46. The amount of cards you need out of the amount available will, of course, affect the outcome of this opportunity cost. But if I were to make a prediction for the All-Star Game, it would have to be that either Byron Buxton or Trey Turner walks away with the MVP, and that is a combination of what I hope happens and kind of a combination of what I think will happen, right? That is a biased prediction, I would say, because I want that to be the case for MLB The Show, but I just don't know how much playing time those guys are actually going to get. There's a good opportunity that we get a pretty good pitcher a part of this All-Star Game program, and that might affect the pitcher's market, right? The cost of certain pitchers in the game. Right now is a pretty good time to buy some of the other cards, right? Future stars, other players, they tanked in price completely just because we got a bunch of these flashbacks, a bunch of these extra packs here. Now's a really good time to check out the market and start to invest in a long-term collection if you have extra stubs, right? You don't want to limit the amount of stubs you can make, or I guess you could profit in this program. But I am expecting a Miguel Cabrera. That's kind of where I got that 46th card, or potentially, more than 44 players. I would expect a free one. I just hope they don't really give us those free packs because that kind of ruins the value of them. But if you are trying to grind through this program, you can complete this mini season's mission. And I wanted to let everybody know right now might be a good time to buy these Tekashi cards. I had purchased them for about 25K and they dropped down in price. I actually took my stub loss of 40,000 and then I ended up flipping those cards to make that back. It took me about 40 minutes. So there is a little bit of risk involved here, but you can always make your stubs back if you time everything correctly. That's going to do it for this video. That is how to prepare for this All-Star Game choice pack / an opportunity to make a ton of stubs. Until next time, peace out.